Okay, let me know when we're live on YouTube. Hey, we're live on YouTube. Great. What's poppin', gamers? Good to see you guys here. Right now, we are uncovering some very important. Hold up. Very big drama in the speedrunning community right now. If you don't know, the speedrun.com webpage is run by a bunch of completely delusional and totally incapable speedrunning communists that pretty much are just going around and ruining anybody's reputation that does not have their pronouns tattooed on their freaking skull. So yeah, it's a mess. I mean, frankly, it's horrible. The speedrun community is dying slowly. It's dying because of these woke, anti-speedrunning, anti-fun, Marxist people. It's terrible. I hate it. It's terrible. And if you love speedrunning, you probably don't like it as well. Anyway, guys, make sure to follow, like, subscribe right now, and you become an alpha gamer when you fight and you join the resistance. This is the number one way to fight against woke Democrats. Anyway, gamers, let's get into it. We actually had some really big drama. Yesterday, we went over a twit longer. It's probably 20 pages about why some guy who horribly used her. And the reality is nothing really happened. I mean, we read through it. This reads like it was a bad relationship between the guy and the woman. I mean, it was a bad relationship. It just was. They broke up, they got back together, they broke up again. It was an online relationship, so frankly, nothing really happened. Like, if you've been through a bad breakup, this is not as bad as that. That was worse than this. But for some reason, he got banned on the Paper Mario speedrun world records. I mean, leaderboards, and he had the world record, which is a big deal because suddenly this leaderboard is devoid of its best time. But there were actually 2 other speedruns on this leaderboard that also got removed. I believe it was like 7th place also got removed. And then I believe it was like later, lower, a little bit lower. Who even knows? It doesn't matter. Maybe he was 40th place. Who knows? He got removed as well for similar reasons. Now gamers, number one, I'm in the Mario 64 category. I'm not in the Paper Mario category today because there's really crazy drama going on in the Mario 64 community. And this stuff just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. I can't even get over it. You guys are going to I don't want to spoil it. Shoot, I don't want to spoil it, guys. This is just going to blow your mind too once you see this. Once you see this, you're just going to be like, what's going on? What's going on here? Newington, what's up? Alpha Gamer. What? Bob and Alpha Gamer. Ivory, how are you doing? Alpha Gamer. Yeah, this shit is just out of control. It's outrageous. But then again, if you're new here, guys, make sure to subscribe and become an Alpha Gamer. But also, you just changed the world right now, gamers. You just changed your life. And also, I go live every day at 6 p.m. Pacific Coast time to 10 p.m. Pacific Coast time. That's the drama hour. If you're clued in, if you know anything about drama or alpha gaming, you know where to be from 6 to 10 p.m. If you don't know, go join my Discord or subscribe or follow or join my Patreon too. I'm going to get banned on Twitch. Certainly, I'm going to get banned on Twitch very soon. And I need as much support as I can. So, let's just appreciate it a lot. I really appreciate it. There's some good news. So I'm probably not going to go over the bulk of the Paper Mario drama yet today because actually Sienna went over why I no longer support Glower. He got banned on speedrun.com. And then he made a document saying, hey, I didn't really do anything. Here's my side of the story. Problem is it's 77 pages long, which is a little long. So I'm probably not going to go over it today. However, also we're building more. That story is developing. Also, the 2 other runners got banned. So 3 runners got banned. One of the runners said, look, there was a Google Doc made on me, but he said, look, the person I had an issue with reached out to me and me and him want to come to an agreement. That's what both parties told me. They both told me we want to come to an agreement. And I don't see why this stuff should escalate. Let's just come to an agreement. So they said, please don't say anything on your viral broadcast, WQ. And I said, I understand that. And actually, that's the kind of the goal here is to solve issues and bring people closer together and talk about this stuff because the number one problem with this is that people don't talk about it. they're not allowed to talk about it. For example, Paper Mario Runner. Oh shoot, let me fix this, guys. 1 second. Whatever. You know, it's gonna be blocking the text. We're just gonna have to learn to deal with it. Yeah, if you go into the Paper Mario Discord, that's advertised right here. Now, guys, please don't harass or brigade anybody involved here. This is purely a spectator sport. But if you go in here, then what happens is, and if you ask, hey, what's the real world record? I know the 138.23 is good, but it's 4 minutes slower than the actual world record. Like, where is it? They just gaslight you. They say no, it's not. That's not world record. They're having to make all new. They're trying to make all new guides so that I'm Glower is not. He doesn't have any guides anymore because I guess because he had a bad breakup with a woman, then he can't really have a guide. I mean, he can't even have guides. Like, he just doesn't exist. And they also have been harassing him. And I have screenshots of all this stuff. The moderators themselves have been telling people to brigade him. Like, I'm telling you guys to not brigade people because I think it's important. I think people say privacy, it matters. And I think getting down to the actual conclusion here, it matters. No, the moderators are just saying, hey, go brigade this guy. He's an A user. He's a bad person. Go brigade him. I want to cancel him. I don't want him to stream. The moderators are saying that. I think it's a little bit crazy, but that's how communists work. That's how these Marxist freaks work. Is there another speedrunning leaderboard? Aerovac, we're actually trying to build a speedrunning leaderboard called speedboardslive.com or speedboards.live. However, I think the solution for this is to have a global leaderboard that sources data from SRC, has an uploading function, and doesn't have community moderators. I think that's the solution. Don't have community moderators. I think the community moderators are killing speedrunning right now. I don't know why you need community moderators. Why do you need community moderators, guys? What do these guys contribute? What do they contribute exactly? Why do you need them? You just need global moderators. And I know that would be hard to like validate the mass influx of runs. That's actually not true because if you're just sourcing data from speedrunner.com, that's not true. Most of it's already verified. So no, I don't think you do. I think that this always turns into weird manipulative games like drama, like clicks. It always devolves into that. I think if the people were a little bit more mature, you wouldn't see that. But I mean, none of these people, I don't know them. I mean, I don't know these people, but like it just seems to devolve into trash. I don't know. I'm sure there's a good moderators here. Like, you know, I'm sure there's good people here. Like, I'm not trying to dog on all of them. But I think it's the only real solution. I think the solution is to just separate leaderboards and the community. Like, keep the leaderboard separate from the community. If there was one person that was running the leaderboards, I know that's not possible. But if you're sourcing data, it might be. If there was one person running the leaderboards would be a cool thing that exists in speedrunning. And if you want to get your name on it and you want to compete and you want to snipe a world record, great, have fun. But it has nothing to do with the community. And that way, if you don't want to be a part of the community, you can still compete in speedrunning and you can still have fun in speedrunning. Right now, you can't do that. Right now, if you don't want to be a part of the speedrunning community, for example, I don't want to be a part of the Paper Mario speedrun, but I would love to run speedrun Paper Mario. I'm kind of in a hard situation because there's nowhere, I can't learn strategies from anywhere. I can't post my times anywhere. I can't talk to anybody about this stuff. Like, there's nowhere to go to speedrun Paper Mario. I'm kind of just isolated. So I think remove the leaderboards from the community, and I think things would be a lot better. And that's great for the liberal, woke, anti-competitive crowd. They can still have their like last place awards and their participation trophies. They can still do that. Wonderful. You can still have people do world records attempts. I think that's a real solution. But how to do that, I don't know. Hopefully one day it happens. Cool thumbnail on YouTube. Thank you. Anyway, let's get back to the point of this stream, guys. I know it's a little bit late. How long have we been streaming? Like 10 minutes already. We haven't even gone to the big reveal. This streamer today, she's not a very big streamer, or not a very big community member. I mean, she has 955 followers. So I know, again, it's like, this is just a random person. I'm not trying to attack her or criticize her. That's not the point of this, but she dropped this tweet. And this is huge. She says, this is not a witch hunt. Please do not go harass him. But Black Vike 2, and you read that right, Black Vike 2, whatever that means. Is extremely manipulative and has harassed multiple women. Now that's a very bold claim. That is a bold claim, right? That's a bold enough claim to get you banned on speedrun.com. And we've seen less extreme things get people banned. I mean, Glower got banned for way less extreme stuff. I mean, way less extreme stuff. He got banned, permanently banned on the Paper Mario. No rebuttal, no question. So yeah, I think that it is a bold claim. I just remembered, guys. I forgot to post this on Discord. Very important. So let me post this on Discord real quick. I know it's very important that I post this on Discord, so. Tweet it out. There we go. Yeah, this is a big deal. I mean, I'm sure you guys already have your opinions. Like, where's the evidence? Where's the Twitlonger? Where's the Google Doc? Doesn't exist. There was none of that. She just posted. He's manipulative and harassed multiple people. I mean, this is libel. If you just read this is libel. Now, for it to be libel, it has to be false, right? And these are like really vague claims, which is why most libel and slander cases don't work. These women, so he has multiple supposed victims, if that's a thing, are either too scared to come out about it, or they were pushed out of the community for speaking about it. That's interesting. Anyway, she says, just because he's good to you doesn't mean he isn't hurting others. I will be giving my portion of the prize pool of the women's tournament to the women who have dealt with this harassment and manipulation. I look, there's a bunch to say about this. Number one, I've been attempted to be manipulated, and I've been harassed by the Link the Past click for like 5 years in a row. That happened, you know. I know other Link to Past runners that have been harassed by these people for years on end. Nobody cares. I mean, it was never a big deal. And in fact, when I would complain about it, most people would like spit on me and they'd say like, no, you're not. Or like, they would say, you know, just grow up. So I just think the shift in attitude when who's talking about it, you know, things really shift. But I was born in the 80s. So all of this online insanity is hilarious to me. It's fun to watch every now and then, like checking in to see how the future generations are going to be. Yeah, right? Anyway, I will always speak up for what I believe in. And if you still want to be his friend, that's fine. Well, which is interesting because the Paper Mario moderator said, do not be Glower's friend. He's an A user, and I want him to be banned on Twitch. That's what the Paper Mario said. So Lana is likely a little bit more friendly, I guess. I'm not telling you to exile him. I'm giving a platform to the women who are scared to speak up. Be safe, everyone. And then so this is an interesting take for me. This whole thing. So you guys are probably thinking. I'm sure you guys are thinking like, what? This seems like a pretty ridiculous and bold claim to just say this and then with like nothing to justify it. I mean, this is crazy. Like you like in a professional world, this is libel. Like unless you can actually justify a claim there's no evidence for this. Like this is libel. And I think in a professional world, this is something you could for sure be sued over. This is crazy. This tweet is kind of a dud. It really didn't go anywhere. So I don't think anything's gonna happen from it. But and then here's the catch. I know you guys are thinking that Is the audio overlapping on YouTube? No, it's fine. It's fine. I see what you mean, Robbie. I thought that you got me, man. You got me. You got me. I know you guys are thinking that this is libel. The thing is, this is actually, it's a more complex situation than that. If you just read it up front, I know it looks like it looks like a hashtag believe all women. You know, what about what about Amber Heard? What about that whole thing, right? I know up front it looks like that, but in reality, it actually it's a little bit deeper. So there's two things that are big, and you'll see many people actually brought up that there is no evidence for this. Like, hey Lana, I appreciate you being here to say something, and totally respect how you feel about it. But the vagueness of this tweet makes it hard for anyone to take it seriously. With things like this, you really need to provide some context. Here's the thing: it's more than that. You need to provide context. You shouldn't just be allowed to attack somebody's reputation like that without providing anything, right? I mean, you're just attacking somebody's reputation. And if you see 24 likes, people are believing that. People are just automatically believing this. That's not fair. Now, I'm going to take her word for it. She messed up by posting this, certainly. In no way should she have posted this without some kind of justification. You know, I think what actually Sienna did was smarter. Notice there was no general attack on Glower. It was not directly attacking his reputation. It was not saying things that she cannot justify. Now, if you read this tweet longer, I agreed with most of it. I think that what she had to go through and what Glower had to go through, because I think they're both at fault, and I think they're both victims. It's a bad breakup. I mean, these things happen. I think she was justified, you know, or is fair, and I'm actually glad she said most of this, except for the last two paragraphs, because in the last two paragraphs, she pretty much said, like, please ban him from Suno.com. That's what, like, low key she was trying to say implicitly, and I think it's kind of lame, but whatever. Yeah, so this post, like, I obviously up front she shouldn't have said this, but she does say this is a work in progress. I wanted to spread awareness for now, but proof will be shown. I can promise you that. This is a lot of mental exhaustion for the women involved, so I don't blame them if they need time to talk about it. Yeah, they do need time to talk about it. You can't post this. You really can't say something like this without some kind of evidence. I mean, you just can't. And I'm gonna wait for her full story too. Luigi Lover, what's poppin', gamer? I'm gonna wait for her full story too. I mean, I think that, you know, we've seen a lot of these cases go all kinds of directions. I'm gonna wait for her full story too, but I mean, what is the you just can't say this. Like, if the women who need to come forward need time to think about it, don't post it. Wait for them to come forward. Like, it'll come out eventually. You know, why attack the guy's reputation? Because I'm a third party. I don't know who any of these people are. I had to look up these people. But I automatically and already believe certain things about Black Bike that maybe don't represent him, and I think that's unfair. And a lot of people saw this. I mean, 3,000 views. A lot of people saw this, and you guys are seeing it now, so I do think it's a bit unfair. We'll see what the full story is, and when that happens, I'll of course be reporting it. This guy just said, "Proud of you, Lana." I have no idea. Did Sid know the story? Does Sid just think that believe all victims? Hashtag. Who knows, you know? But yeah, it's obviously good job. There actually is a lot more to this if you go back to Alana's Twitter. So I'm not even kidding, guys. This stuff's just crazy. Right after this, Lana said, I guess I got my VIP removed again from the women's tournament. Wonder if it was another accident, right? So let me explain. If you don't know what the women's tournament is, so for Super Mario 64, there's a women/non-binary tournament that's happening. So as long as you're a woman or you're some part of the non-binary community, you can join the 16-star tournament for the women, and they call it the women's tournament. And Lana was a VIP viewer. What I don't really know what that means, but was a VIP viewer. It's like you have like a little badge next to your name. Of that channel. So right after this was posted at 4:54 p.m. So, you know, the next day, Lana's VIP was removed, and it was a direct result of this. Is Lana a good runner? I hate to be that guy, man. This is the women's tournament. I mean, I hate to say that. I'll let you guys draw your own conclusions, whether she's a good runner or not. You know, I think skill is subjective in some ways. But yeah, this was a direct response. And you can see the shitstorm. This is where the shitstorm is. Because, like, a lot of people were saying stuff like, hey, Lana, it is Amanda's Twitch. It is not just the women's tournament Twitch channel. And she has the right to revoke her ad as she sees fit. This isn't exactly fair. It's not an exclusion. It's her personal account. So there's got to be drama between this. This is another girl SM64 runner. I don't really know. I don't follow the scene too much, but like you can pretty much tell, right? And then yeah, Lana says it's ironic how it came out after calling out a man with lots of money to throw at Twitch tournaments and Twitch channels. And then Kirsten says, how is what he's doing any different than what you've done? You've gifted thousands of dollars, which I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on in this community, dude? And then Lana says I spent thousands of dollars on Twitch, but I never went around and demanded that streamers' attention or feel like I'm entitled to hanging out with them just because some random on the internet gave them money. It just gets more and more ridiculous. Hey, my Lao, it's popping. So I guess what happened is Black Vike he feels entitled to these women's attention, and I can go to Twitch and I can show you what I'm talking about because hey, Nola Fire. Weird pattern how all these people take these things to Twitter rather than slander somebody than to call the cops. You're right, but the cops are just going to laugh at this. They're not going to do anything. No, I agree. It's like, why don't... There's a lot of going on, and I think part of what you're saying and what this highlights is because it's super likely. Here's another one. Amanda's a pillar of this community with no problematic history. Unlike me, guys. She gave women a space to safely game and find a community with each other. She has every right to do so, especially after aggression yesterday because it's her personal channel. I agree. I mean, of course, Amanda can do whatever he wants in her channel. It's just the type of thing where, yeah, here Lana claims, my concerns for a man who has both sexually harassed and manipulated, whatever that means, multiple women in one community and how that conversation was stricken down with wanting no type of proof. Oh, it just gets worse, man. It just gets worse. Where I'm missing one thing. Hold up. So Lana posted this. Danny posted there's a thread. Kirsten posted. Lana posted. So there's like 3 different threads going on we gotta follow here. Yeah, so there's a thread on Kirsten with 2 replies. Okay. And it seems like it's this guy, and I don't know who that is. I don't want to like bring attention to him, but he's just kind of replying to everything. It has nothing to do with that. The specific channel was going in a dark direction. She don't give one fook about his money, and you should really stop assuming Amanda's character. No idea what that means, and not even a little bit. Yeah, how is this gonna play out? I'm unable to view this post because the account. That's fine. I am not surprised here. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know who that is, right? Okay, yeah, obviously I just got blocked. That's fine. That's fine. If they don't want me to view the post, I mean, if they don't want me to view the post, I think it's fine. It's not a big deal. That is fine. No issues with that. It was a good run, guys. It was a good run. Well, it was a good one, guys. So I guess in short, the people in question that we were interested in looking at decided that this is not a good public conversation, which I actually agree with. It's clearly not a good place to have a public attack on somebody. So they unfortunately pulled out of the drama, and I think it's fine, and actually probably a good thing to either settle this privately or actually come forward with a legitimate post instead of just attacking somebody. But I do think it's interesting, and I will say one thing: if you follow the drama, I actually don't think the likely Lana character was necessarily the victim. I don't think it's necessarily in the wrong here, or is doing the wrong thing. I think it was going about the wrong way, but I actually do think likely Lana was doing the right thing, or had good intentions. So I do think likely Lana did have good intentions. So that's kind of what I wanted to come to. Obviously, it is a thing of the past. It's history at this point. But no, I mean, look, if she doesn't want people to read the post, I mean, even in hindsight, I think that's fair. These people are not public figures. I think it's fair. I do think likely Lana had good intentions. That's kind of what I wanted to come to. And I think if you look at the fact that likely Lana comes forward with a concern, albeit was very poorly phrased, and then immediately what happened was a bunch of people started attacking, grouping on her, and not only grouping on her, but took a thing like taking away the VIP. To me, that's weird, but it also indicates that these other people are talking to each other privately about this situation, and she's not involved. So they're kind of grouping up on her. And to me, especially with her claims, like if you just take her claims at face value, I don't know. Maybe they are protecting that guy because he is giving money to the scene. Maybe that is what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I hope if there is an issue, it comes forward. I mean, that's one of our MOs on this channel here. But we won't know until the future. Hopefully, again, I do hope if there's an issue, the truth comes forward. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to bury it, and I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Because yeah, I don't. It's hard to talk about this stuff, but it is what it is, right? If somebody posts something on Twitter, it's extremely inflammatory and probably a really bad idea. Of course, you want to make content on it, but it's the way it is. Anyway, we can get back into the Paper Mario drama because the Paper Mario drama is almost as bad. It's worse. It's actually a lot worse than the Mario 64 drama. So let me change my game title here. Yeah, likely Lana. She deleted the tweets. It's probably a good idea because I don't think his tweets weren't very intelligent. I mean, it wasn't a very intelligent move to phrase those tweets like they were without I think a body of support. But did likely Lana go private in response to the stream? It's possible. It's likely, I think, due to the nature of both the woke ass and beta liberal gamers on Twitch.tv, and also the intense alpha gaming pressure that this stream puts on the weak ass beta gamers all over Twitch.tv. But Craft Breakfast, what's popping gamer? But I do ultimately what I wanted to say, and we won't know, and I'm gonna bring this up again next time. I don't think that situation is it's not as easy to criticize either party just from the surface. That situation, it goes a lot deeper. There's clearly issues there are clearly issues in that scene. There is jealousy issues. Maybe there are issues with some certain people's focus. Maybe there's issues with the viewers. There's always been issues with parasocial Twitch viewers that gives Twitch streamers lots of money and then think they're good friends, or they demand, in a way, covertly demand attention, or demand like friendship, or have expectations. Yeah, that's always been an issue. And there's a lot of money in Mario 64, and you're seeing that happen. I think it's very likely that that's happening. I hope something finds out. No, Dragon. I do think that I do think her tweet was phrased like the worst it could have been phrased. It really was. But I think there's more to it. I really think there's more to it. I don't necessarily think she's in the wrong. And if she comes forward and says something with good evidence, we're going to look at it as critically and as unbiased as possible, because I think she's being ganged up on by a bunch of people. And to me, that highlights that they don't want her talking about something. And why? Why don't they want her talking about something? That highlights an agenda by the other group of people, not necessarily by her. I do think it takes a lot of courage to come forward with that stuff. And I do think that I think she messed up on how she did it, but I do think it takes a lot of courage, and hopefully she's not just kind of smoke and mirrors here, because that would be horrible. I mean, that would just be horrible. But well, we'll see, Alpha Sauce. I totally understand where you guys are coming from. I really do. I mean, especially after the whole Johnny Depp thing, I really do. But I don't know. I've seen some speedrunners, dude. I mean, you guys know a guy named Just Flandre. I had a woman come forward and said, like, she's like, she was insecure about it, and this is private, and she was insecure about it, and she was like waffling about it, and she said, oh, but it happened 4 or 5 years ago, and this and that. He was 17, so technically he was underage too, but he was full on soliciting her for. She was 13, right? He was soliciting her for nude photo. He was 17, she was 13. He was soliciting her for nude photos. He called it CP. I mean, he just full on called it what it was and said it's not a big deal. I do it all the time. He sent her like dick pics, and I have evidence of all of this, like proof of it. Proof. She wasn't lying. I mean, she was telling the truth of it. Actually, if you watch my video on the yellow torpedo guy in the Bionicle community, I think he made some pretty severe mistakes. I don't think that guy's innocent. Like, I'm glad he's gone from the speedrunning community. I don't think people like that should be in the speedrunning community. So I do think there's nuance to it, but yeah, we just will never know. I mean, we'll just never know. But yeah, who knows? Anyway, it is what it is. We're back to Paper Mario, guys. Anyway, yesterday we went over this Twit Logger by actually Sienna. Yeah, I think every case is nuanced, and it's fun because you have to look at the case. You have to be unbiased about it. I think that was my issue so much when I was in A Link to the Past, is like, I wanted to talk about these issues and nobody was unbiased about it. People were biased about it. Everybody's biased about it. They wouldn't listen to me. And I framed things poorly, and I presented things poorly, and people discredited that, and they discredited me. But I was right. I was right in what I was saying. And so it's like, I want to give people that opportunity. So, yeah, Luigi Lover. So Just Flandre is he changed his name to Just Lemras. He actually, he twit longered himself, but he was on a different thing, and I called him out on it, and then he deleted his Twitter, changed his name again to Crow, or Indie Punk Crow, but he's gone off the internet pretty much since then. He actually still uses that account, but he still uses that account, but he's not active. He just doesn't stream, and maybe he streams on an alt account, but I mean, yeah, he's somewhat inactive, and he should be. That guy has some really serious issues, and I think he is a liar, and he's still a liar, and he's an example of someone that never learned. I mean, we were talking about someone yesterday who did some really kind of bad things. I mean, doxing, threats, like personal threats, not online drama, like personal threats. And but he was 15 at the time. He's 14, 15. You know, he's an adult now, but when you talk to him, he's like, look, I made a mistake. I only did this over this period of time, but I grew up. Like, I do think it was wrong, but, you know, at this point, it's like, you know, why is a permanent ban fair? I mean, that just seems unfair. And I was like, yeah, because, you know, I think he was so young, but like this just Flandre guy, he never, I mean, it's been 10 years. He's still doing this crap. So, hey, Tart Milk, how are you doing today? The Twitter is, the Crow account is deleted on Twitter, but it's active on YouTube. And his last post was like 7 months ago. I mean, he was more active than I was, right? Anyway, I'm moving on. Yeah, so I'm Glower. He actually posted this 77-page document. We might as well get into it. I was going to keep talking about the Mario 64 drama, but it is what it is. It is, in fact, old news. Anyway, I'm Glower. I take the allegations against me seriously. The allegations that claim and you should. I mean, you really should, right? Because it's like somebody's attacking your reputation. And guys, you have to take this stuff seriously. I'll prove why. I'll prove why you have to take this stuff seriously. Here's you want proof of it? This is proof of it. JCOG. Now, you might think this is not a public figure, JCOG, 1,300 followers. I think that's fair. But keep in mind, oh, no, wait. This isn't even what I'm looking for. This is not even what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. The meat, the real meat of it. Yeah, this has 500 likes. This has 135 retweets. This has a lot of views. I mean, I don't know how many views, like 20,000 views, 100,000 views. I mean, this has a lot of views. Hey, Verector, Diode, what's poppin', Alpha Gamer? Guys, if you're new here, pardon me, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and change your life forever. Looking for the analysis of the D? Yeah, we're going to get into this D analysis really hard right now. Is their pinned tweet still them celebrating a world record that was second place to Glower's time by 2 minutes? Well, maybe. Let's find out. No, it wasn't. Anyway, since Glower is streaming again, I'd like to remind everyone that he's banned from the PMS community for multiple cases of SA or SH. I can't do anything about him streaming, but I can make sure everyone following me knows what he did. And then Jake Hogg posts a tweet, and then here's Jenny's post with her own experience. This is actually deleted, so I just kind of wrote this off. I don't think it really happened. I mean, it did happen, but it's written off at this point. I mean, it's hard to use as a basis for an argument. Here's Glower's response. It's 94 pages to them. It was 77 to me. I bring this up with permission because Glower doesn't deserve to just keep streaming like nothing happened. If you're going to continue supporting him, I want to make sure you know you're supporting a user. I mean, these are pretty extreme claims, but also it's crazy because this person is straight up like antagonizing Glower. This has been going on since, this is May 22. This has been going on since then. Like, it's still going on. And if you have a keen eye, you'll notice that JCOG is a moderator of this leaderboard. So the leaderboard moderators, at least one of them, I mean, I think a lot of them, they actually all have this opinion. And not only that, JCOG's in third place on the, I mean, I'm not trying to say we have a bad actor here, but I think it's fair for Glower to take these allegations seriously, because if the allegations are fake, I mean, Glower has people attacking him and making these claims against him. If they're fake allegations, that's totally unfair. It's totally unfair. If they're serious allegations and they're legitimate and he's wrong, then, you know, those claims, while a bit out there, are you know, much more valid. The leaderboard should be an objective record of actual achievement, not a club. If Hit Lore got a 135 in Paper Mario, I would want to know. That would be cool, man, but a 135 in Paper Mario would still not be world record. So just to keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, that's funny that you say that because that's totally obvious, and anyone that's not a ridiculous, crazy communist totally agrees with you. It's unfortunate that most of speedrun.com and the discords that micromanage speedrunning are run by communists. So, oh, thanks for the heart emoji, Dragon. Appreciate that. Anyway, let's get back into this. The allegations that claim that I harassed 4 women are unequivocally false. Okay, so he says they're false without question. I have plentiful evidence that will prove my innocence. I admit that I made mistakes in text messaging communication, but it was never in a way that was indicative of harassment or excessive advancements. And I think this is important because you guys have to realize that the majority of their relationship happened on Snapchat and they don't live in the same state. So we have to take how somebody felt about a message in the proper context, and there's a lot of different ways to perceive a text message, especially on something as frivolous as Snapchat. So I think this is a really important point. Bans are for cheaters, not people you don't like. Whoa, man. Don't tell me you use speedrun.com because that's not how they run their website at all. In fact, cheaters don't have an issue. There's tons of cheaters on speedrun.com. It's people you don't like that are not on speedrun.com. So yeah, I'm sorry you had to say that, man. Anyway. My messages were never intended to cause distress or discomfort. No one in the entire situation has any chance of filing a successful legal claim. Funny that you talk about filing a legal claim. That's a good point. I mean, he pretty much just shuts it down. There's no chance of it. And actually, I celebrated my 2-year anniversary with my girlfriend on OnlyFans. You're gonna have to devolve that. We're gonna have to divulge there, man. I'm not following. Is she on OnlyFans, or were you celebrating with her while on OnlyFans? Anyway, let's move on. She's a beautiful Indian man. Oh, good. Yeah, you're lovely. I'm very jealous, dude. I wish I had that. I wish I had that going for me. All right, Golden Irie. It is great having you here. Okay, thanks for following. You're an alpha gamer. And never forget that, okay? You change the world. In the purpose of this document is to reference the claims against me and show that this is a personal issue that has been pushed too far in public light, which is, I think, true. I think actually, what's her name? Sienna. I think her document kind of validated it. While I do regret that those involved may have been unintentionally hurt, I do not stand for the circumstances leading to these individuals taking actions against me to discredit my slander and my character. The situation where many disagreements and incompatibilities between me and my exes have surfaced. I made mistakes and they made mistakes. That's true. These types of situations happen in most relationships, except that in most relationships, one of the people doesn't have a large online community filled with people interested in reading intimate details of their relationships. I should also say that most relationships are not frivolous online relationships on Snapchat that really carry no weight. This type of thing happens all the time, goes unnoticed, and is dealt with on a personal level. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity to keep the more embarrassing and unfortunate parts of my relationship private. However, and I agree, this is like these, and I made a joke yesterday about the saddest part of this. The saddest part of this is that this is public. This shouldn't be public. It's relationship drama between two young people that happened this was 5 years ago. Why is this public? You know, I genuinely feel bad reading this crap because It's stupid. It's childish drama between college students 5 years ago. Why does the speedrunning community care? That's my issue. Why does the speedrun leaderboards care about this crap? And I know you could argue that Sienna is somehow related to speedrun.com. Loosely, very loosely related to Paper Mario. It just seems like a load of crap to me. It has to be public to profit. Agreed. Very much agreed, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Blackie Black says, I am never getting on Twitch. Well, if you do ever get on Twitch, don't talk to women, okay? I guess that's the rule, because this will happen to you randomly. Sorry to say that, but that's just the risk you run. Guys, make sure to destroy that notification bell as well. Set it to notify you even when I'm not live. It's that important. However, the mistakes that me and my exes make don't make us evil, nor do any of the actions involved classify as harassment. Yeah, this is the one thing I'm really curious about, because she claims that he was texting her an overbearing amount of times, like 5 times a day, or like every single post he would text her something sexual, and she was getting kind of frustrated by it. And it's like, I can maybe loosely see how that's harassment. Like, I do think there's a case for that, but yeah, we just, because again, this is on Snapchat. Like, you can turn notifications off, you can mute a channel. I mean, I don't know. It's not like it's a person knocking on your door every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Anyway, the women involved I was accused of Hing are Lexi Star, Sienna, which we just read that one. Somebody named Cats Forever, I don't know who that is, and somebody named Jen. Lexi is not the actual name of the individual. It's a name I made up to avoid confusion and censor her identity. I can uncensor these screenshots if I must. But she requested to not be involved in the situation, so I respected that. Great. I don't want to be involved in the situation. I mean, I don't want to involve her in this situation either. I will display everyone's forgiveness in the first 4 pages and go into great detail about everything after that. Okay. So this happened in 1/28/2022. So I think it's important to note that this is 2 days after the paste spin effectively why Glower got banned, right? It's 2 days after. Have you ever felt harassed or sexually harassed by me at any point during our relationship, friendship, or friends with B relationships? Lexi, apparently this is her, right? We're just taking his word for it. I mean, he says he can uncensor these. They could be fake. They could, who knows? It's Discord. It's not super legitimate. But we're just taking his word for it, which I think is fine. I don't think he's lying. I don't think it's that, right? Is it edited? I don't think so. No, not at all. While there was a lot of hurtful things that happened between us, anything sexual was always consensual. And yeah, I mean, what's the name said the exact same thing. Sienna said the exact same thing. It was always consensual the whole way through. So yeah, Lexi should be off the table. I mean, realistically, Lexi did nothing, so that should be just completely taken off. Cats Forever. But we've had our fair share of it's never going to happen. I don't think that you did me that wrong. I think I told you I liked you and we vid chatted. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means, but then I ghosted you, right? See, that's not right. You shouldn't be ghosting people like that. Kat says, yeah. What's a fallout? Bad result of something happening, like ghosting me, for example. Oh, yeah, LMAO. I forgive you. So this is not 2 days after the post came out, so you never know. Maybe Kat's changed her mind. The thing is, when we read Sienna's post, Cats Forever never came up. So I don't. That's why even if Cats Forever currently doesn't forgive him, and I think even the idea that she's forgiving him, I actually don't think that's a very good argument. I think it's a very bad argument, because if you look at actual cases of a youth, then oftentimes the victim cannot talk about the problem, right? For whatever reason, they are being compelled to, and I think it's for the same reason that these could be edited or these could be faked. So I think trying to get forgiveness is kind of a miss. I don't see the point of it. I mean, it's nice to see that. I do think the severity of these situations is like practically non-existent. So I mean, this just doesn't mean much to me. But yeah, I think that I'm great. I mean, I don't think he's guilty either. This makes him look less guilty, but I don't think it's a big deal. Oh, you mean it literally says edited? Where does it say that? Oh, yeah, it says edited. I mean, you're right. That's a good point. That's a really good point. G Cub. The thing is, like, I don't, because like, okay, he edited this message. The thing is, like, we're taking his word for it though that he could have physically edited the picture or like just made a second Discord account and DM'd himself. Like, so I mean, if we're taking his word that didn't happen, we're pretty much taking his word that this is not edited. So I think it's kind of meaningless either way. It's kind of a moot point. Like, what's the difference? Yeah, like he could have photoshopped that out. Like, I mean, what's the difference though? Like, what if she doesn't forgive him? What if none of these girls forgive him and these are all edited pictures? What's the difference? I mean, he's still I still don't really think he's guilty of that much. Like, I think he's guilty of mishandling relationships. I also think he's guilty of frolicking around with these girls like a little bit too much. And actually, yeah, he probably did use the fact that they're attracted to him to his advantage. Why is that a crime? He was pretty upfront about his intentions. Also, how is any of this related to speedrun.com? How is any of this related to speedrunning or leaderboards? It's not at all. So why is he banned on the speedrunning leaderboards? I don't know. How are we going to drag blood out of the goon case? And that's the real issue. Didymus, you should see the SM64 drama that we were talking about just a second ago. Obviously, certain tweets were deleted, so we can't, I don't think it's worth going back into that. But there was some heat, I could say. Hold up. There were some goon caves. There were some pretty big goon caves. Okay, I can confirm. I am in fact blocked. I am in fact blocked by the I am in fact blocked on Twitter. I can confirm that. But again, the point is not to harass or attack anybody, so that's not what I'm here about. Can we harass or brigade me? You can harass or brigade me. I will allow that. Being a dick to naive girls, not a fan of that. Yeah, I mean, I that was the issue, right? That's the crime here. He was being a dick to naive girls, but I mean, I still think it's both their faults, and it's not even remotely related to it's not even remotely related to anything. Like, it's just why are we even talking about this? There was never a situation when I was in communication where Cats Forever told me to stop my advances or flirting. I will admit that I did say many things now that I regret it. But she welcomed it or thought it was funny. We remained on good terms, and we were very close friends after the events of ghosting. Okay, whatever. I mean, actually, who cares? Like, give me a break. Glower again puts another screenshot. I'm not going to read this one. It's really the same thing we just read. And actually, the reason I'm not going to read it is because I don't think it matters if these girls forgive him or not. Off topic, why do all their profile pictures look the fucking same? That's a good point. Does objectivity really mean nothing to these people? No, it doesn't. Well, these are woke ass liberal communists. Okay, these people literally don't have opinions. They don't have opinions, and they don't have like a thought processing operation center. Anyway, apparently CNF forgives him as well. Notice that it was actually before the date. Like, this is 12/06/2020. The drama kept going on through 2021. So I think this post right here is a bad. It's not good evidence. I think it's useless regardless, but it's not even the right date. So I would say this is totally useless. And actually, if I were to remake this, I would probably not include these right at the start because it makes it a really poor. It makes it a poor. It just looks bad. Maybe you could rephrase it and say that I have a good relationship with these women. It's not like I have bad relations with them. You could also you put this at the end, but yeah, it just seems like I don't care. Like why do we care? There was never a situation when I was in communication with cats told me to stop with my advances or flirting. I will admit that I did say many things that I now regret, but she welcomed it or thought it was funny. We remained on good terms and we were very close friends after the events of ghosting. Oh yeah, right. So and then yeah, again, this is like after the fact, so it's kind of BS. Who's the girl that tried to Me Too Caleb Hart? Oh, Nancy, Cincy Nancy. Yeah, do you guys remember when Cincy Nancy claimed that Caleb Hart? There was another girl. Actually, I think there were 3 women, but there was at least 2. Yeah, no, Cincy Nancy's was funny because she just lied. She just brazenly lied, and then people were like, "Well, no, you actually lied," and she's like, "Oops, teehee, teehee, oops," and then nothing happened. Like, oh, okay, yikes. That's what happened to Worcester. I don't know. I don't know actually about Worcester. There was that chick who said that Kayla's family paid for her to have a exit strategy or something insane. Yeah, that one. Sorry, I was reading Crafts, but yeah, no, I don't know. You're right about that. The Kayla's family paid it's like 20 grand or something. You're right about that. I don't know. I don't remember what happened there. Yeah, I don't remember what happened. I remember he had a stream where he got like really mad, and then he like his mom he like brought his mom on the stream. I don't remember. Do a video essay about all the times non-cheaters were banned from speedrun leaderboards. Yeah, it would take too long, man. It'd be like a 24-hour video. You should see her mom said she was full of crap. Yeah, that was wild. What did happen to that? That was wild. What the hell? That was wild, man. I hope something that funny happens again. I hope nobody's a victim of SA or H. But I do hope something funny happens again. If you guys read between the lines. Yeah, she is a lolcow, Luigi. I forget. It's something Barbie. But whatever. Let's get back to the current drama, circa 2020. Nobody has the right to attack you on my behalf when I would not do it myself. I am the one who is wronged in that situation. And if I've forgiven you, F anyone else who thinks it's their right to hold it against you. I actually don't agree with I don't agree with Glower whatsoever on this post. I think he's actually he is doing nothing helpful by posting this because she made a tweet why she doesn't like Glower, right? This is in response to that tweet. So why would he claim that she does like him? And you could argue that, well, it's to discredit her. But this is from 2020. This is from 2022. So it's 13 months. But let's say it's 1 year later. I mean, a lot happens in a year. So this makes no sense to me. I don't even know why I'm reading this. Like, and she says in her post that more stuff happened in the summer. So I can't trust Glower even a little bit for this. You can forgive somebody. Well, you're right. You're right. I mean, I think this situation is trivial at its core, but this doesn't mean anything. And if you look at her post, she said stuff kept happening after 2021. To me, this just doesn't mean anything at all. I just think it's a miss. It's a swing and a miss. I mean, if at one point she forgave him, and also we don't know the context of this conversation. It's just 4 random lines a year before the events. I mean, we have no idea I have no idea. I genuinely can't trust this. Like, honestly, I don't think Glower really did anything here based on her account. So why would, it's not that I don't trust him. It's not like I trust him less, but this is pointless to me. I mean, anyway, maybe there's something more. Okay, so this is Jenny. This is the other girl that was talking about. She's totally taken herself out of this conversation. So I really don't want to highlight her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't even talk about her because I don't think there's really a problem here. I don't think there's a really serious situation here. She deleted her twit longer. You know what I mean? So we can read this, but I don't think this is that indicative of much. And I don't want to drag her into something that, frankly, is not. You know, she's chosen to exit. So, I mean, we could read this, I guess, for context. This is actually like a month. This is 1 month before the post. So maybe for context, we could read it. I guess that's fair. I didn't feel as much animosity today. I don't either, only at first, but it got better. We needed to talk more. Okay. It's still not okay. Like, I can't be friends. I think we need space. I forgive you, but I'll never forget. That's all. Of course not, Tyler. I told you, I forgive you, but I won't forget. Okay, is it too much to ask for forgiveness and faith in me that I won't do it again? I 100% don't believe him. Of course he's going to do it again. Assuming Sienna's post is accurate, of course he's going to do it again. I don't believe him at all. And look, he says the next 2 displays of forgiveness. This isn't a display of forgiveness, guys. On text, it's a display of forgiveness. In reality, she doesn't forgive him. She's just doing that because she's trying to move on. And I also think that she, in a way, successfully did move on because she deleted her stupid twit longer. So I think, if anything, let her be out of the situation. I think this post right here is totally worthless. Come on, right? She doesn't forgive him. This doesn't sound like somebody forgives you. They have to, oh, I forgive you, except, well, maybe that one time. That's not forgiveness. All this does is highlight the problem, the one thing that Glower actually did. He was a little bit too rough with these girls. He does it. That's the one thing he actually did do. He was a little bit rough. He's a little bit curt. He basically goes to them a little bit too much. Like, you know, that's all. It happens. It's a bad relationship. It's a bad internet Snapchat relationship, right? It happens. Should he be banned from the leaderboard? This was entirely online or on Snapchat. I don't think he ever even met any of these people. Still to this day, I mean, maybe he has, but like give me a break, dude. Isn't that crazy? He got banned on SRC, and he's being fucking like gaslit by the PMS community for a freaking like relationship on Snapchat. Dude. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. But by consenting adults, they were both adults, dude. She wasn't. None of these people are underage. Okay, guys, real quick. Do you guys remember this lady? She's the one who probably shouldn't post. I probably shouldn't show that on Twitch. She's the one who claimed Caleb hit that. He smashed and passed. And then Caleb gave her hush money to cover for the exit strategy. And also I know I don't remember exactly how it got settled either, but this is the woman. Okay, wait. So in YouTube somebody says, or Jason says, I'm confused. Is there an allegation of a crime? Is it just the guy not being smooth? Yeah, you're right. There's no crime. In fact, Glower pretty clearly shuts that down. He says, my message. Okay, he says right here, no one in this entire situation has any chance of filing a successful legal claim. Also, if you actually do make your way through the entire document, at the very end, he goes through what he did and did not do on his perspective. Right? He says he did the following. I sent unwelcome text messages. This is true. I think this is pretty true. He even says it, and what's her name said it. Sienna said it. So I think this is true. But he very clearly did not say, I did not do these. And he lists all these things. These are either crimes or just like morally corrupt. But he didn't do any of them, right? He's just listing things he did not do. The only thing he really did was send unwelcome text messages. And notice he says he never pursued any kind of interactions with an underage individual. So nobody's underage involved. He never physically harmed anybody. He never verbally harmed anybody, whatever that means. He never touched anybody. I mean, he never touched anybody. Like, so he never posted any threats. He never acted on any threats. So he got banned for doing what exactly? I really have no idea. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows. Yeah. Anyway, I will go into great detail about everything to prove my innocence. I was forced to contact Lexi after 9 months of not talking to her to disprove the claims of harassment. She does not belong in Sienna's Twitlonger. Have you ever felt harassed by me? No. I never harassed Lexi. Sienna believed false rumors that came from people who know nothing about my relationship with Lexi. Well, that's tough. And she reported that false information in her Twitlonger. Sienna's Twitlonger is libel because Lexi was never harassed. Yikes. Well, I was wrong, I guess, Jason, because there is an allegation of a crime. Glower is claiming that Sienna is slandering him. So that's a crime. Many relationships have hurtful things that happen, and the pain was felt on both sides. And then we see this very poorly edited screenshot. Sienna says, you and another me cats. Oh, she's saying Lexi right here. What information did you receive about Lexi and from whom? Whom? Pardon me, man. You got to fix your grammar there. Sienna specifically named this person in a DM and spoke on her PF. So yeah, Lexi did actually claim in DMs. But when I read the Twitlonger, I didn't see anything about Lexi, so I actually wouldn't consider that libel. maybe this is what mine looks like, man. But yeah, I wouldn't consider that libel because that's a DM, and although it's wrong, but there's the real controversy, Mathray. Sienna falsely accused me of harassing Lexi. It seems like that's more or less what happened. I really don't want to reveal my personal life to these people. Sienna's been good, but it just feels so awkward and uncomfortable between us at this point. And you shouldn't have to. And I don't know, I'm assuming this is Lexi, said that your ex literally had nothing to do with this situation, and I agree. Individuals who know nothing about Lexi tried to bring my relationship with her up in a discussion, and Katz and I talked about it. Lexi has nothing to do with these accusations, according to Katz. Katz has since changed her mind, She changed her mind since then. Zaretsky, what's poppin', Alpha Gamer? Guys, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. Okay, we stream every day at 6 p.m. Right now we're covering Paper Mario drama. The world record holder got banned on every leaderboard on speedrunner.com, which is like basically the only speedrunning leaderboard website. And it's kind of controversial because he didn't really do anything. according to one guy, he was rizless, or he was awkward with girls, or he had a bad relationship in an online relationship. On a totally online relationship, he had a bad breakup. Like these aren't really justifiable things to ban somebody from a leaderboard, but a bunch of leaderboards in speedrunning actually are missing top times or just times in general from speedrunners for a bunch of different reasons. You would always think it's because they cheated. None of these guys cheated. I mean, really, like, I know more cheaters that are on speedrunning leaderboards right now than I do than I know. Well, you guys get my point, right? I got confused there. Like, there's more cheaters on leaderboards than there's people missing. Oh yeah, there's more cheaters on leaderboards than there are honest people who are doing honest runs. Well, maybe they're not.
Start with a disposable mask. Make sure it fits well. You want one with the sort of the wire here. Fits against your nose, fits snug. And then you get a cloth mask to go on top of it like this one.
Thank you. I was wondering how that worked.
And you've got your double mask. And this gives you really great protection because it kind of seals all the...
Oh, thanks. That's important. Appreciate that a lot, actually. Thanks for the 20 months, man. You're an alpha gamer. What about triple masking? Actually, a double mask actually seals all the gaps. So the virus particles can't even get through. One mask, the virus particles just go right through, but two masks, nope. Nothing they can do about that. Yeah, and I'm going to actually make a video essay talking about this kind of, it's probably, hopefully going to be under 20 minutes. Just kind of talking about, like paraphrasing this stuff because there's really no reason it should be 77 pages. We're on page 6, by the way. And Glower right here pretty much goes into detail. Kat says that Lexi was not... Lexi likes to cause drama. They're trying to bring your ex-girlfriend into this now, LMAO. Katz knew there were people that like to cause drama. So I guess Sienna got the information from Katz that Lexi was also involved. So there weren't really 4 women. There were really just 3. No crime. 77 pages. No crimes. Well, except Sienna privately slandering Glower. Honestly, what I did is mild after reading other stuff from that Google Doc. We've had our fair share if it's never going to happen, but yeah, I don't think you did me that wrong. I think I told you I liked you and we vid chatted. Okay, this is really important, and actually this does legitimize a lot of these forgiveness messages. So I think that's worth mentioning, and it's probably why these conversations happen. So yeah, that does retroactively change things. So if you guys remember in 2020, there was that Summer of Love, and then the speedrunning community and the Smash community made these like giga documents about how this person or that person is like a user or like is a bad actor around children. There was like 100 people on it, and like some of them were legitimate, a lot of them were just kind of bogus. It's hard to tell. Yeah, so that was in the like June and July of 2020. So this is in August. This is in December or October, my bad. And these were in 2021, and this was in 2020, and the Sienna one was in 2020. Yeah, the Sienna one was in 2020. It was in December, so actually, is 1206 December or is that June? Because in America it's June, right? Yeah. Okay. It should be. I mean, it's December. In America it's December. Yeah. Because I know in Europe that would be June, but I'm pretty sure Glower is American, so I'm pretty sure that's December. But that actually matters a lot because pretty much if she says she forgives him, it's in the context of that document. So it actually, in my opinion, I kind of take things back. I think this actually does clarify. I think he is specifically looking for like verbal confirmation that he's okay in regards to that document. It's not so much a random conversation. So I actually have to take that back. But I mean, yeah, I think that's worth mentioning for sure. Anyway, let's get move on. I mean, technically, I wasn't the one, though, wasn't I? I was an A user unintentionally. You aren't a user. After I try to convince Cats, I am an A user twice for my actions towards Sienna. Sienna and herself, she disagrees and tells me that I'm not a user both times. I'm a pretty terrible person when I'm behind a keyboard. I wouldn't say that. Maybe you just say things that you don't mean. Or maybe they come off differently. Okay, look. So Cats seems to just gas him up more. And again, yeah, this is all after that fiasco in June, which I think it's really important because that's why this conversation exists. He's probably feeling guilty. He's probably feeling uncomfortable. And so she's trying to like work with him. I really don't think she did anything. I don't think anything. I mean, I don't think he did anything. Anyway, Katz remains my friend. Wants to remain my friend after knowing everything that happened with everyone. There was never a situation when I was in communication where Katz told me to stop with my advances or flirting. I will admit that I did say many things that can look bad out of context, but she welcomed it or thought it was funny. Could be Coben or her end. I think a use is a word that holds a lot of weight. Well, yeah, especially in the context of 2020. That's kind of the problem too, D Dragon. Why is a use and HAR? Why are those words coming up when you're freaking Snapchatting somebody? Like, I just don't understand. Also, I think this idea that he ghosted her, it's not like they were dating or they were married. They were talking on Snapchat. What are you talking about? Like, how do you not ghost somebody on Snapchat? What if you just don't use Snapchat anymore because it's this horrible app? Have you guys ever got on Snapchat? I know a lot of you guys are alpha gamers and you don't use Snapchat. Snapchat is a dumpster, dude. There's nothing on there. It's a dumpster. It's worse than TikTok. It's worse than TikTok. It's a total dumpster. And if somebody ghosts me on Snapchat, I'm smiling for them. That's a good thing. They're not using they're using the account less in any regard. That is a win. That's a good thing. So Clint Stevens uses Snapchat. That's all. That's all you need to know. Okay. If they've got Snapchat in bio, you gotta go. Man. Yeah, where are these women now? Where is Cats Forever now? Why is Cats Forever not coming out and saying that I don't think Glower did anything wrong and he should be reinstated on the leaderboards? Why is she not saying that? That's the one thing I'm confused by. Why is she not saying that? He's framed this as that she's good friends with him and she supports him. So why is she not saying that? No, I mean, why is Katz not coming forward and saying that she supports Glower and she wants him reinstated? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. The situations with Sienna and Jen are much more complicated. Yeah, and actually, I mean, in my opinion, there's only 2 women involved. Katz is not involved. And Jen is, and then Lexi's not involved. Now, I also think Jen pulled herself out of the situation. I don't think she's involved either. Is Cats 5 ever a speedrunner? I have no idea. I have no clue. Cats 5 ever might be involved in the women and non-binary 16-star tournament. I have no clue. I could be not. I have no idea. And Katz and Sienna are the 2 who really did this, but Katz is innocent. I mean, Katz supports Katz supports Glower. So how is Katz involved? When the tribe outcasts somebody, you don't go, I'm with them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're exactly right there. And that's kind of sad. Actually, again, it brings up that issue with likely Lana earlier, where she had a problem with the guy, and then people were kind of raw dogging her for it, where she was kind of being outcasted. That's why I kind of support her on that one. But again, I think we just need to see how things develop. Now, I don't want to go to Twitter on my phone and see if there's any new updates. I mean, I'm sure there's updates behind the scenes, but nothing public, right? But let's find out. Right, I'm blocked. I forgot about it. Never mind. No, I'm just blocked, G-Cub. No, she deleted the tweets. I'm talking about the Mario 64 drama. She deleted the tweets. Anyway. The women in all these situations, if uncomfortable. Hydra Dude, Alpha Gamer, what's up? Make sure to hit the Alpha Game button. Subscribe right now. No, it's okay. It's unrelated. Like, in my opinion, I don't think she hasn't tweeted anything new. She deleted like a lot of tweets, like all the way back to like 2022. In my opinion, if she's deleting tweets, she doesn't want it. It's not a public issue anymore, and I think, yeah, it's like, what are we gonna talk about? You know, I'm not trying to I genuinely am not trying to harass our brigade people. She didn't delete the tweets. Are you sure? Like, Lana likely? I mean, she didn't delete the tweets. I'll keep talking about it. I don't care. I must have got confused. Yeah, I must have got confused. Sorry, I can't. Yeah, you're right, dude. I got confused. Okay, I got confused. Hold up. I think I know the problem. I don't know. I go to her Twitter and they're not there. They're not there when I go to her Twitter. I don't know. Maybe it's an old Twitter. Maybe she has two Twitters or something. The most recent tweet from her is May 25th, 2021. Now, that does seem a little bit weird. But... oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. It's Twitter's just being weird. Okay, Twitter's just being really weird. Oh, so they are there. Okay. I'll just post it. Yeah, it's because Twitter is not chronologically posting tweets. It's like randomly tweet. It's like based on like, yeah, it's organized by likes, like counter, which is pretty stupid. I actually do. I do have a backup Twitter. Of course, I have a backup Twitter. So, I'll just go to my backup Twitter. I mean, there's an alternate Twitter account that exists that I have access to. That I'm highly doubt I've blocked on. Wow. So they weren't deleted. Wow. Okay, I mean, my mistake. They were not deleted. My mistake. Wow. Okay, I was totally wrong, guys. That's crazy. I thought they were deleted. Yeah, I thought she just blocked me, which I mean that's fine, but that's a lot different because that's a lot different. We can still talk about these issues now. Yeah, that's big. That's really big. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah, wow, thanks for fixing recovering the stream. That is huge, guys, because what I really wanted to talk about today was the beta male invasion. Yeah, look at these 600 views, 500 views, 500 views, 3,200 views. This is going up. This is crazy to me. Okay, so here's the problem. Let's go back to what the claim. She says Black Vike 2, he's like a user. He's extremely manipulative. More than manipulative, guys. He's extremely manipulative. Well, if you look at where this guy is, I've never heard of this guy in my life. His Twitch account has 100 followers. He's a nobody. He has 147 followers on Twitch. This guy's a total nobody. So just a random dude. But apparently, he is a Gigakoomer. In the Mario 64, the female Mario 64 circle jerk, he's a Gigakoomer. And if you ever go to, yeah, here's right now. Look at this. If you ever go to the Mario 64 tab, you can speedrunner, casual gamer. It's girl streamer, right? Casual gamer, girl streamer, speedrunner. Although perma break speedrunner. Casual speedrunner, casual gamer, and then I think we're kind of mellowed out on the girl streamers, but there are a lot of female Mario 64 streamers. I mean, there's a lot, and there's they have their own tournament, and they have their own network, and they have their own viewer base, and actually they're all pretty big. Yeah, they're all pretty big. So Black Vike he's the final boss of Coomers that watch these girls, and he's so deeply entrenched in it. What's happened is he's donating on them lots of money, and then kind of he's the parasocial loser that is trying to get them to dance in front of the money, like how you would treat a stripper. So one of the girls is calling him. Basically, she's calling him out for this bullshit. Which I mean, it's fine. I mean, I agree. That's why I agree with it. That's why I think that this needs to be investigated more, because I think it's a legitimate point. It's just that this post is so poorly. I mean, this is so poorly phrased that, just genuinely, what good is going to come out of this? And I thought she deleted these tweets because they're so stupid. That how could you post these with any brain cells? But no, I was wrong. She actually lifted them up, fortunately. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure Glower blocked me 5 years ago. That's what everyone blocks me on Twitter. They block me on Twitter. I'm banned in like 40 different Twitch chats I've never even watched. I'm banned in people's Twitch chats. I don't even know who they are. Like I sometimes first time I ever click on them, watch them, I'm banned in the chat. I'm like, okay, oh well. It is what it is. You know, it's a thing. It's fine. If you ever see the big guy coming at you though. Yeah, G-Cub, I don't even know how you're banned. I don't even know how you're banned in people's chats. But anyway. Yeah, so that kind of sums up the SM64 drama. That sums up the girl gamer and Giga Coomer SM64 drama. It's kind of the same old. But yeah, it's just starting. I mean, it's just getting ripe. So if you like that stuff, guys, make sure to follow and tune in. It's hopefully tomorrow there's gonna be some big updates. But yeah, I want to wrap up this Glower drama because it's just absurd. Page 9, we have 23 minutes. Probably not gonna happen. So, okay, let's get through this. All context of remaining friendship and forgiveness was left out of their stories. Lexi was never harassed, and we have always been on terms. I was very good friends with Sienna and Katz long after we stopped being romantically involved. Like, this to me sounds like a hit piece by Sienna. By Sienna and the PMS community, the Paper Mario speedrunning community. This is a hit piece. Jen did not initially disapprove of me after our incident. We talked civilly many times, and she even came back to my Twitch stream to watch, lurk, wish me luck, and compliment. Jen only started to dislike me after she believed that I was trash talking about her to our friends. My intentions in talking to those friends was to seek therapy due to how I was feeling due to the unexpected circumstances I will reveal. Wow. You're right, Didymus. Summit did. You are actually totally correct. So why did this guy get banned on speedrun.com for doing practically nothing? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why so that we can make a polished video explaining to people in general why did Glower get banned on speedrun.com by a bunch of radical woke leftists. I hate to say it, Glower is actually pretty left-leaning. Like, here's the center, right? Here's G-Cub, slightly left to the center. I guess I'll go your guys' left. Here's Glower, even more to the left, left of center. And then these are these radically woke leftists, way back here. Straight, you don't like getting slammed with a bunch of woke ads? Really? I am surprised. Yeah, it's the reason my Trihex, who is like far left of center, got banned from GDQ because he's not like back here. He's not like an outward communist. Like, he doesn't bring his like Mao Zedong sickle and hammer around GDQ with him. Anyway, gamers. Okay, so this is actually the meat of it. So we're on page 9. This is the problem. Everything that happened here is to establish that Glower has good relationships with these women. I think he should have deleted all this, not even posted it or posted it later. He should have just started here and said the twit longer is heavily edited. That's what he should have said. Speedrunning seems like a weird click. So I'm Jason. I'm guessing you don't speedrun a lot. Yeah, it's fucking weird. I'll just tune you in then, because you'll think you will yeah, you will think so. You will like, yeah. It's crazy. These are the moderators, like pronouns. Okay, no pronouns. Whoa, what the hell? I was wrong. Pronouns. So only 6 of them have pronouns. So I was wrong. I thought 9 or 10 would have pronouns. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it's pretty like I mean, I don't know. I'll just say that much, but. All right, Strayed. I hate to be that guy, but I will get banned if we are not really woke. If we're not radically woke on Twitch, I will get banned. So, just have to say, I just have to say that. Keep in mind, I was coming off a permanent ban because I wasn't radically woke. So it's just unfortunately, unfortunately it is. Yeah, here's one of the moderators saying, just like attacking Glower and saying like basically don't watch it, etc. Like it's crazy, but yeah. Yeah. So here's the point. Here's the point. I will take accountability and apologize in areas where I believe I made mistakes, but I will disprove misinformation. This is the point, misinformation, and show that much of what Sienna stated is over-exaggerated. Wait, over-exaggerated? Doesn't that kind of just mean exaggerated? The Snapchat interactions, keep in mind, almost all of their relationship was on Snapchat. The Snapchat interactions that happened between Sienna and I fall between the dates of roughly October 2019 and July 2020. I have learned my lessons from all of these and do not deserve further punishment. Everything I take from her original Twitlonger, so we just read this yesterday. We're not going to read it. Will be highlighted with quotations. So everything from the Twitlonger is highlighted with quotations. Anything else below those quotes is his response. So she says, I don't want to speak on behalf of others. This is a hypocrisy. She says, I don't want to speak on behalf of others, but then speaks on behalf of Lexi without her, or anyone she talked to ever contacting. I'm going to take his word for that she did, in fact, say something about his ex-girlfriend, but I don't remember seeing anything about that. Just do a really quick search. Yeah, I just don't see anything. I don't see anything about his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, everything is crazy woke, dude. Hold on, I gotta lock my door 1 second. Someone keeps trying to walk into my apartment. It's just like, I gotta keep the door locked. Yeah, I just don't remember. I don't remember anything serious coming out about her. She didn't say anything public about his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, isn't that weird? I think it's just a neighbor. He just keeps getting confused, but it's a little bit unsettling. I had a meth head living across the hallway, and that was really unsettling because he was like totally methed out all the time, and like I was just like, okay, this is. Yeah, like I've gone to the wrong door, dude. It's the thing for sure. Like, I mean, I just don't want the door unlocked, you know. I've had people open the door and be like, "Oh, oops, sorry, bro," you know. The meth head guy though, that was like crossing a line. Like there's no fucking way I'm keeping my door unlocked. He was like up at all hours of the night too. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. If somebody's read this or remembers, I don't remember specifically where Sienna said that he harmed his ex-girlfriend, Lexi. I just don't remember that. So it's like, this is a private tweet. Was this ever leaked anywhere? Like this, yeah, sure. Lexi did. Sienna came to the conclusion, but she never said that. So like, I just don't. Sienna falsely accusing me of harassing Lexi. Where was that publicly? Where was that? I've never. Where did that actually happen publicly? Tweakers are funny. We used to have one that mopped the street. Yeah. She may have edited the tweet longer. Yeah, I mean, if she edited the tweet longer, she edited the tweet longer. Do we know if it was edited? Because in the tweet longer, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't say in the tweet longer. This is a screenshot. The censored screenshots of Lexi outsource all the context or misinformation that was spread about us. The claims of harassment with one of the 4 women that Sienna claims is undeniably false. Okay. Okay, so here he says, I know that including myself, there are at least 4 women that Glower has harassed. So I think you could argue. I think there is an argument. Oh, okay, here we go. A few weeks into this, I found out from a mutual friend that he had sexually harassed his ex. There we go. So this is just blatant. This is blatantly a lie. This is a blatant lie. So this is what he was talking about. This is a blatant lie. Like just reading his stuff, and he has much better. Like he has some degree of evidence. This is blatantly a lie. Like this certainly never happened. Yeah, that's true, G Cub. I mean, she just said some. Well, no, she made a statement. She found out from a mutual friend that he did sexually harass his ex, but he never did that. He never sexually harassed his ex. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie that's attacking his character, or reputation. That I mean, I would read this and I would think, oh, that's not good, but it never happened. That objectively never happened. Based on everything we know, just that certainly did not happen. In fact, there's good arguments that it just didn't happen. I mean, this stuff I think kind of sums it up, and I think the very first post sums it up. And I think it just assuming this is legitimate, and assuming these conversations are legitimate, which I think is fair, that just did not happen. Yeah, the mutual friend. Well, that's exactly what happened. The mutual friend did not lie. No. To be clear, that according to Glower, the mutual friend did not lie. What happened was that I don't know who this is, but somebody's blocked out. And Katz is saying that person is just stirring up drama. And then Katz is saying they're trying to bring your ex-girlfriend into this. And so Katz doesn't think so. It's like, to me, it just seems like a blatant lie. Yeah, for real, man. It just seems like a blatant lie, which is actually pretty unfair. Okay, the claims of harassment. Yeah, this is false. In the first paragraph, she said numerous statements that are blatantly false. Numerous. One of the very first things she writes about is the assumed and incorrect information based on rumors from the people that know nothing about my life. They have no evidence of anything that happened between Lexi and I. And Sienna chose to believe it. She made assumptions about my relationship with Lexi and reported incorrect information in her twitlonger to make me look as bad as possible. The foundation of her twitlonger is her words, and she's already telling you multiple pieces of false information. That's not to say you shouldn't believe victims on the grand scale, but in this case, not everything Sienna is saying is true. Yeah, I think these screenshots. This is from February. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, these are from December 2020, and looks like November as well. Okay, so Santa says, I was not the first and I was not the last. This is false. If she has the opinion that everyone is harassed, then she can believe it if she wants to. The statement, I was not the first and I was not the last, is one of the many examples of manipulative literature to make it appear as if I'm a serial abuser. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I do wonder, though, like, there were girlfriends before and after, though, right? But I guess... I don't remember when the Jenny thing happened. I don't remember when. Does Buddy does he repent for e-girls and goonerism? He doesn't. He should. I talked to him a little bit about it. He said he's going to. So 2022, she was saying he harassed her. Kat said that. Do you mind if I look at the screenshot? Cosmolana with poppin' Alpha Gamer. What the F is this, man? So I guess we'll just go from the top. So the Paper Mario leaderboards, the top runner was banned from every leaderboard. And nothing I can do as interesting as poking my nose into stuff and stoking the flames. So you don't care, right? You don't care about the drama. Is what I'm gathering. Just here to give us really insightful comments. I don't care about glory drama. Dude's a bastard and won't F off. I'm asking about Mario 64. We can go into that too. I'm curious why you think Glower's a bastard though. What did you feel was so important for you to say about it? The Mario 64 drama? Well, I guess you're not in the loop. April 9th at 4:54 p.m. Lan Likely says on Twitter, "This is not a witch hunt, so please do not go and harass him. But Black Vike 2 is extremely manipulative, harassed multiple women. These women are either too scared to come out about it, or were pushed out of the community for speaking about it." You're well aware of everything. Okay, well then, what are you asking then? What's the issue? Why am I streaming about it? Well, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Right? I don't understand. I don't understand why you're in here. I don't understand why I don't understand why you're in here stoking the flames. Right? Poking your nose into stuff and just stoking the flames. Of course it's tap water. Well, I think it does matter, actually. I mean, you can call it content if you want, but I think when people get banned from a leaderboard, for what reason? I mean, do you know why Glower got banned from the leaderboard? Like, can you articulate why Glower got banned from the leaderboard? I can't, but I haven't read his 77-page document yet. I think when something like that happens, it's not so much a personal issue or drama or in your words, content. I think it's actually a serious issue that's negatively affecting and negatively impacting speedrunning. Right? And it has nothing to do with speedrunning. I mean, it's not about speedrunning. This is totally arbitrary. And it's just, but it is negatively affecting speedrunning. And it's pulling people away from speedrunning. It's making people look at speedrunning and be like, "Oh, okay. I don't want to join this. I don't want to get involved with this. Why risk my reputation when I'm not doing anything for a hobby that's supposed to be fun. What are you asking about SM64? I'm not sure, because you're clearly in a high-end emotional state and you are throwing a lot of words around, but what are you actually asking? I mean, why are you in here? What are the two sides? This is kind of what I'm trying to get down to, Cosmolano. You said you're well aware of the whole situation, but you're asking me what the two sides are. I'm not really sure. I'm confused, frankly. Is that the Cosmo? Oh, careful, slow down now. Okay. What does the SM64 thing have to do with the Paper Mario thing? It has nothing to do with it on the surface. But this is how, how many people got removed from leaderboards? 20? And my bad. How many leaderboards, that prominent leaderboards feature removed times? 20, 30? I don't know. That's not including the runners themselves got removed. How did every single one of those interactions start? None of them were cheating scandals. They were all scandals like this tweet. They all started from scandals like this tweet. Every single time we saw a tweet like this, somebody got removed from a leaderboard with a totally legitimate run. So yes, this is totally related to speedrun.com. This possibly is going to get somebody removed from the leaderboards. This is absolutely related to the leaderboards. And it absolutely is related to speedrunning. And it's absolutely related to the total degradation of speedrunning. Run by, guess what? Radical left, woke Marxists that have infected speedrunning, that don't speedrun, they don't fundamentally understand or care for speedrunning. That's the issue. Is Caleb Hart still banned on speedrun.com? It's actually easy to tell if you just go to Mega or speedrun.com and find which of the 6 anonymous accounts is his. Hold up, guys. Cosmolano, clearly a very fair and unbiased commentator in the chat, says one guy gives money like $1,400 at a time to women in the community, and when they don't respond to his requests to call him, he bothers them for his money back. One of them filed for bankruptcy, and he filed with the court for his money back from her assets. That's interesting if true. That is very spicy if true. And actually, I think it's really interesting if true, because why is the Mario 64 community criticizing or brigading Lana for this then, right? If Lana is being just truthful and honest and righteous, why is she being brigaded by people then? I think that's unfair. I'm happy for you to share, Cosmolano. That's why I'm streaming this, is to get to the bottom of this. I mean, I genuinely don't think you're a good actor. I don't think anybody here thinks you're a good actor. I appreciate the tips, you could say, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, is there evidence? Because she made a public claim defaming somebody without evidence for it, and then interestingly, she's being brigaded by people that normally would support her. So who's wrong? It's Cosmolano. Well, look. I'm not trying to harass anybody or brigade anybody. Okay, even people in the chat. Okay, they could be good people. Vike offered to match the highest donation of the current big tournament, and the host of the tournament, who Lana initially brought this up to, since the host has this guy as their commentator. Interesting. Hold up, guys. I mean, keep talking, man. Keep talking. I am shoot. Sheesh. Ah, sheesh. That's pretty spicy. But then it does bring up why is she being brigaded for this then? If this is public knowledge and this is like that's a very legitimate claim. That's a legitimate claim. Why is she being brigaded for this? Look, Cosmolano. If you don't share the evidence, I think you should share the evidence too. But if you don't share it right now, that's fine, because I do think that I do think Lana or her friends will share what you're saying about. I think they'll share it as well. So I don't worry if you don't want to, but that's enlightening if true. Cosmo also says the SM64 community is extremely corrupt. That's kind of a given. I agree. Yeah, that's the real problem, though. It's the entire speedrunning community, dude. And it's why is the speedrun community corrupt? It's run by a bunch of freaking radical woke left liberals that they don't care about speedrunning. And where did this come from? It's rooted from GDQ, because GDQ gave the middle finger to speedrunning. They said, "No, we actually hate speedrunning. We're just going to use you as a means for content, so that we can have our little tax avoidance thing." The victims have shared the evidence on the stream. They will again now that it is happening. Just not right this second. It makes people feel sick with anxious. And no, man, it's not woke liberals. It's definitely woke liberals. So I like a lot of what you're saying. I agree with you fully. But if you genuinely don't think that speedrun.com or most of the Twitch streams or most of Twitch in general is not like compromise of mostly radical left woke liberals, you're completely blind or don't understand politics. It's obviously a left only space. Very obviously. I mean, GDQ is obviously a left only space, and GDQ is a small representation of Twitch in general. I honestly don't think anybody needs to expose GDQ, because normal people that are not like here's the problem with people like Cosmolano. And Cosmolano, I actually think a lot of what you're saying is great, and I appreciate it, and it helps me out. And it seems like we agree. We actually agree. Genuinely, we agree on this stuff. But you're a biased actor, right? And people in the speedrunning community, they're biased actors, and they come together, and you get like 10 of them or 20 of them, and they all come together and they all decide that, well, we're gonna say one thing, and then you must believe it. And this is actually called gaslighting. The speedrun community are experts at gaslighting, and they will try and tell you, no, they're not. The Twitch is not entirely compromised of radical left liberals and woke ideology. No, that's crazy, guys. GDQ is compromised entirely by radical woke leftists, and they constantly force woke ideology down your throat. No, that's crazy. That's called gaslighting, and the speedrun community are masters of this. Actually, liberals in general are masters of this. But if you go outside of speedrunning even just a little bit and you go into the real world, everybody sees through it, right? It is completely obvious. So I don't think we need to expose GDQ, because GDQ is dying. It is a failing product. It is a dying product, and it's limping across the finish line every single year, because it was in its genesis. It was such a good and prosperous event. It was doing so well that even when you stick the knife in it a few times, it's still doing all right. So people think it's doing okay. It's not doing okay. It's making less money year over year, and it gets less viewership year over year, even though Twitch is much bigger and speedrunning gets more attention than ever. So why is GDQ getting smaller? That doesn't make sense. It's because GDQ is a failing product. And for everybody that I hope everybody in the chat understands, you will definitely see all of the drama in the next few days unfold regarding the SM64 community and Black Vike, the world's largest Coomer. right here on Twitch and YouTube.com/WQ. Make sure to subscribe right now and follow with notifications on, okay? And also, you become an Alpha Gamer when you subscribe. If you Cosmo Lana again, finally, and I don't want to take sides with likely Lana or not take sides with her, but if you actually tried to listen to what I'm saying instead of just attacking me based on ideology or based on which side I am of the fence, you would understand that I think that likely Lana parallels a lot of my battles and struggles in speedrunning, and I actually think what she's saying genuinely is valid, and I'm glad she came forward and said that because I think it's justifiable. The problem is she slandered somebody with no substance, and it looks bad. Optically, that looks horrible. I mean, it just looks horrible. But if you actually listen to what I'm saying, like what she's saying parallels a lot of what I had to go through in speedrunning. So I'm not disagreeing with her. I'm not disagreeing with you even. I just think you're blinded by partisan rage. I'm gonna have to read up about this stuff. You know, M Toms. I'm probably gonna cover it tomorrow. Right now, it's really surface level. I do suggest you read up on it. It's really surface level. It's just this tweet and also this tweet. This is all that's been posted. You know, nothing more than this has been posted. I do believe more stuff will be posted tomorrow or in the next few days, but right now it's very surface level, and I'm not going to go on somebody's Twitch channel because, frankly, I think it should be a public affair. Like, I don't want to investigate into personal and private matters. I'd like to address public matters. Twitter acts as a public board, so. Robbie, I see you and I hear you and I'm with you. Anyway, let's move on. When he brought up the Paper Mario mods and we're surprised it was only 6 out of 10, I was already ultra confused. Are all speedrunning boards that liberal? Yes, except for I think there's like, I mean, inevitably there are speedrunning boards that are not like that, but the only one in reality that's not a leftist dump is the GoldenEye speedrunning community. That's the only one. I mean, maybe there's another one, and I'm wrong here. Like, I think Super Metroid's pretty devoid of politics. I think Mario 64 actually is pretty devoid of politics. I mean, this guy says the Mario 64 community is a dump. Sure. I mean, have you seen some of the junk on there? But if you look at the leaderboard, there's not that many politics. I don't even think there are that many removed runners, you know? So, yeah, I think there's a lot of neutral entities. There's no right leaning entities. You can't be right leaning. You can be neutral because then you blend in. You can be very left leaning. That's fine. You can't be right leaning. Final Fantasy in particular is really left leaning. That's a really left leaning community. Paper Mario is another one. I don't know what else. Super Mario Sunshine, from what I understand. Link to the Past. You know, that one's kind of a that's a bag of worms right there. But so yeah, there's a lot of left leaning ones. There are neutral ones. Yeah, Mega Man X is very, very left leaning. That's another one that's just like you have to be on one side of the wall to even compete. I mean, really, realistically, you can't compete. Like Burglar was banned because he wasn't left leaning. I don't even understand that one. Cosmolano, I'm not asking you for you to share anybody's names, and I'm especially not asking you to share private information. That's not the point of this. But it is interesting that, you know, more or less, more of the story is coming out very soon, guys. So I think that's very interesting. I'm also confused because I don't understand. I don't understand why when people make these twitlongers that are like basically claim like calling out for like basically put somebody's head on a pike. You know, they're basically claiming like let's get this guy, let's get him banned, and let's get him yeah, I want to protect people, more people from being hurt by him. I want a community that is safe. I mean, this just reads to me like she's dog whistling that we need to get him banned. I think when somebody posts that Paper Mario bans him, and then he posts a huge document, the response is like, no, don't read it. No, don't read this stuff. Just don't read it. Don't talk about it. I just think it's why do they post it? I mean, why would you post this if you don't talk about it? I don't understand that. And I mean, Cosmo, like a lot of people, it's not you, it's a bunch of people who say that, so I don't understand. I'm glad you think it's interesting because hopefully people see how many of these big SM64 streamers are corrupt to the bone. I hope so too. I really hope so. I really hope so because I don't like these people either. In fact, I have issues with a lot of these SM64 streamers. I mean, you've seen the SM64 streamers. You go to their stream and like under their splits is like highly questionably aged cartoon character. You know, now I know it's like I know it's a drawing. A lot of people think it's not an issue, but it's like, you know what they do behind the scenes, guys. 100% of the time, you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing on Discord. You know what they're doing when they turn the stream off. Unknown legend. What's Bob and Alpha Gamer? Good to see you here, man. No, I think the best solution. I mean, for genuinely, I know I'm gonna get banned on Twitch again very soon. I know for sure it's gonna happen, which is why I need your support right now more than ever. But I know for a fact that shoot, I forget what I was saying. I know speedrunner right now is very corrupt, and I know conversation. This is what I meant to say. Talking about it is the best vector for fixing the issues. Communication, like genuine, honest communication, is the best vector. That's the best vector for fixing this stuff. You don't like it, well, you should still talk about it. Why was the Paper Mario speedrunner banned? I'm new to this. I don't know. We're actually trying to find out. Apparently, he harassed or SA'd people. He used people, if you understand my euphemisms. But if you read this document, there's really not anything tangible in it. And then he reposted a 77-page document that we are 10 pages in, claiming that none of it is none of it really holds. But we don't know why he got banned. Now here's one of the moderators of the leaderboard that said Glower is, oh, of course I'm blocked. No. Glower is a piece of garbage and does not deserve your support. Okay, so that's a moderator. Possibly that's an element. Oh, here's another one of a moderator saying, and this has 500 likes, by the way. Glower is streaming again. I'd like to remind everyone that he's banned from the PMS community for multiple cases of SA. I can't do anything about him streaming, but I can make damn well sure everyone following me knows what he did. Well, this is interesting because I don't think this even happened. Like, to me, this is slanderous. I don't even think this happened. Glower certainly doesn't think it happened. He has a ton of screenshots from the victims claiming that it didn't happen. He denies that it happened. There is no evidence that it happened as well. So it seems like the moderators banned him for some reason, but I don't know. Is this why he got banned? Possibly. Did he do this? It doesn't seem like it. Right? It's more irresponsible to defend and platform Vike. I mean, you're in the wrong stream if you think I'm doing that. I mean, I should be allowed to do that because I should allowed to have my own opinion. But you're in the wrong stream. I mean, I don't even know where you got that idea from. Frankly, like I it seems like you're claiming I did that, kind of surreptitiously, but I didn't even, not even close to any such thing. I mean, I said this before and I'll say it again. Like, if anything, I'm supporting Lana. I'm actually on her side. The Vike guy seems like he's a gigacoomer. I mean, those people are at the bottom of the totem pole. So again, I don't know where that came from. Any response, or are you just gonna keep claiming? I mean, I'm not. It doesn't. You're not like saying I'm saying that, but you're really clearly implying that I'm suggesting that. Yeah, are you kidding me? I mean, that's how I see him. Is he not? Is he not like that? I mean, from what I understand, this guy is donating significant amounts of money to female streamers. Now, you seem to really like female streamers. Like, I don't watch a lot of female streamers. I think the girlfriend simulator thing is weird. I think the porn OnlyFans simulator thing is weird. I don't support it. If you do, great on you. But the thing I'm criticizing you of using this for profit. Well, that's okay. I mean, that's fair. You're right. It's fair. I can't defend that one. If you guys want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Hey, at least I'm not claiming somebody is a sexual user without any evidence publicly on Twitter, and then saying don't watch him, and then at least I'm not doing that. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I mean, if you air your dirty laundry in public, I mean, people should be allowed to film it. Like Cosmo, we're not on the same. I mean, we're not friends. Like, I don't think we'll ever be friends. I'm not trying to be your friend here. Like, you'll feel free to publicly say what you want about me, and you can say some pretty dark things because people have said some really dark things about me. Like, it's not going to offend me. It might be slanderous, but it's not going to offend me. And it seems like you're mischaracterizing me and judging me, and I'm sure your friends are too. I'm sure your team, your field, I'm sure they are too. But and I'm not trying to be your guys' friend. Like, we don't agree on many things. We're politically don't agree, right? Socially, we don't agree on things. I don't watch female streamers. I think it's creepy. At least the girl simulator thing. I might watch female streamers. I just don't know they're women. I just think the girlfriend simulator thing that exists on Twitch is creepy. I don't like it. I don't know if you do that. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. But yeah, power to you. But whatever you need, man. I appreciate the insight. It seems like we don't entirely disagree with each other. So that's good news. I mean, maybe we can be friends one day. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'd like, in my opinion, my ultimate goal is for speedrunning to be devoid of petty drama that affects the leaderboards. Why does it have to affect the leaderboards? That's the problem. This shouldn't be affecting the leaderboards. Okay, it's petty drama. A lot of times it's personal drama. Why is it affecting the leaderboards? It's making the girls uncomfortable. Hey, well, Cosmo, I hate to be that guy, but I mean, it's just it's a nuanced issue. There, I have my reasons, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you're not going to agree with me, you're not going to like it. Like, wow, beer lurker. Beer lurker, thank you so much. I mean, there's lots of things that make me uncomfortable, like women's sports are no longer women are not entirely comprised of female competitors. That bothers me. Like,
by 3 or 4, most kids identify with a gender, and it doesn't always match the sex they were assigned at birth. And a person's gender identity may change over their life. Sure, this might make things confusing for those who insist everyone pick an M or an F. But people, they have to listen to science.
I use the pronoun set me, them, near. Me, them, near. And it's a gender-neutral pronoun set. The neo-pronoun, the word neo-pronoun makes it sound like it's not been around for very long. My specific pronouns have been around for over.
I mean, I makes me uncomfortable when I go to the men's bathroom and there's tampons in there. Frankly, it makes me uncomfortable. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I make content on it because I think it's uncomfortable and I don't like it.
I use the pronoun set me, them, near. Me,
You know, another thing that makes me uncomfortable is
the neo-pronoun, the word neo-pronoun makes it sound like it's
when
not
people
around for
post
very
this
long.
with no justification and then it's just, okay, believe all victims. That makes me uncomfortable because somebody might post that about me and then I just lose the argument automatically. That makes me uncomfortable. So I think it's important to actually talk about this stuff and address it. Yeah, and Tom's, I almost did. I probably should have tried harder. Maybe I should have tried harder. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's just ridiculous. Like, he had listened to nothing I said. He just assumed the Andrew Tate argument that this is, I'm against her because she's a woman and she made a claim about a guy. So I'm automatically against her. Right? I have all the exact opinions that Andrew Tate has. I have every exact opinion that every other person on the right has, right? Except I don't. And he totally missed the point. Right, I'm a grifter. Exactly how am I grifting? I have 33 viewers. What grift is this, guys? I mean, I don't understand. I have made what? Oh, I guess we got 5 subs earlier. Appreciate that, Beer Liquor. Wow, 71 subscribers, gamers. That's huge. What happened here, Burger Bobby? I guess we'll look at. I'll look at that afterwards. I'll look at it afterwards. Cause, wait, let me read the YouTube chat. I've been kind of distracted here. Why was he banned? No, Frack. Nobody gets banned in speedrunning anymore due to cheating. You would think that's the case based on Carl Jobs videos, and that used to be the case. No, it's rarely the case anymore. Most people that get banned in speedrunning on leaderboards are because somebody made a post saying that they dated the person and it was a less than ideal relationship. Then they're banned. So that's what happened here, and that's why Aimglor is banned. Did he do anything? I'm not sure he did. Yeah, this is why he got banned, because I don't longer support him. Yeah, and Burger Bobby just slide you every fourth frame, your invulnerability it'll check it'll check, right? It'll check every fourth frame. So what happens is you were probably on it for frame 1, 2, and 3, and then you exit it for frame 4. So if you re-enter it on frame 5, 6, 7, it still doesn't hit. You have to be on it on the 4th frame. So 4, 8, 12. It's like a modular arithmetic if you do math. It's the same with damage in general. It only checks every 4th frame. Just make sure that you wait on it for at least 4 frames, right? Hey Rox, how you doing, gamer? Great to see you here. And guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this up real soon. It's been fantastic, and it seems like we have some really incredible drama happening tomorrow. But right now, I wanted to wrap this up because I do have to go. Gosh, I have to go to the gym. I forgot about the gym, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it, guys. This has been a great video. We're 9 pages in. Tomorrow, I hope we can get through this tomorrow. We're just gonna be real quick tomorrow. Just gonna get through this and then try and address this SM64 drama. I hope it comes out on Friday and not tomorrow, because frankly I don't have time tomorrow, so I'm really hoping it comes out on Friday. But if it comes out tomorrow, that thing takes higher priority because it's more newer. But Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, this stuff's developing. It's interesting. I think the fundamental issue is that they don't care. Like these Marxist, liberal, woke Democrats that run SRC, they don't care. They're not going to listen to us. They're not going to read anything we post. They're just going to block and ban and assume the worst, right? They are bad actors. They are arguing in bad faith. So it doesn't matter what you say or what I say. It just it's and that's unfortunately the issue. And it's like, I think the best way to address this is to have an open dialogue about it. It's still to talk about it. Just talk about it. I think when the banning starts, that's when things get bad. I mean, yeah, later guys.